Hello, and thank you for joining me here at Leaping Lotus Tarot. I've got an Intuition Oracle deck here that I'm going to use to get this reading started for Scorpio. Oh, I already got one out. Take a deep breath if you would for me, please. Set your intention, ground yourself in the present moment. And let's begin. Oh, we've got several there. Okay, let's start with the first one that came out. The Forgiver. I forgive myself and others with compassion for our human frailties. Okay, and here's the imagery on this card. Let's see, let me look at it a little bit. We've got an angel in the clouds. We've got a woman here in like a Zen garden type of thing. So somebody might have to forgive somebody, right? Now let's see what these other three cards are. The Improviser. I effortlessly adapt to deal with unexpected circumstances. Got a man here with the butterflies playing a flute. This card comes out a lot whenever I use this deck. The Tamer. I believe my cause to be just without anger at those who disagree. I feel like you're kind of in conflict with somebody right now. There's a man, kind of looks like a fairy here, with a, there's a swan that he's like trying to pet or something like that. I guess that he's taming the wild swan. But it just feels like somebody, because we have, the Forgiver, the Tamer, the Improviser, and we also have the Persistent. I hold fast to my goals and ideals as I persevere. It seems like somebody's kind of having to like brush a lot under the rug, or they're having to, again, another sort of fairy imagery here. It just feels like they have to be very adaptable. So like no matter who hurts them, no matter who, throws hurdles in their way, they just seem like they have to always kind of overcome and just make the most of it. All right, let's get into the tarot here and see what we can find out about this storyline. Tell me about this Forgiver, this Tamer, this Forgiver. Who is this person? We have the Five of Wands in reversed. Yeah. This person has had to kind of battle situations. It just feels like there's a lot of hurdles. That's what it feels like. Somebody just has hurdles. They're having to be persistent here. And I just think that no matter what comes up, they're just very good at getting through conflict. Four of Wands. Ace of Wands in reverse, Queen of Cups. Wow. Somebody could be married to a Queen of Cups. This is a water sign here. It could be Cancer. This is a Scorpio reading, Pisces. Ace of Wands is in reverse, though. So I feel like somebody's vision. We also have the Chariot here at the bottom of the deck. That's Cancer energy. So this Queen of Cups might be Cancer. You might be a Scorpio dealing with a Cancer. So even though you're dealing with conflict, perhaps in this marriage, perhaps in whatever this thing of this passion you have, it could be passion because a lot of Wand energy. Ace of Wands reverse, Five of Wands in reverse, Four of Wands. But the Four of Wands is upright, so it does feel like there is a companionship here. And the Queen of Cups is in the upright. So it feels like there's a companionship that somebody has to like fight for a lot. And we have the Forgiver, don't forget. So my first thought when I saw that card was that we might get Three of Swords, perhaps, in this reading. Yeah, and with the Chariot at the bottom of the deck, somebody's really having to move forward despite the circumstances. So I guess maybe let's ask, what are these circumstances? What is this thing that the Chariot is, or this persistent? Number 47, by the way, for the persistent. Ten of Swords in reverse. Yeah, very much could be dealing with that Three of Swords sort of energy, at least, with the betrayal and the backstabbing here. Seven of Wands. More Wand energy and more conflict. Lots of conflict. Two of Cups in reverse. Ooh. But we had that Four of Wands, so this is like a lover's connection. Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck here. Somebody's having to ignore, I'm getting, a lot of like behavioral issues. They're having to improvise in the sense of like, whatever this issue is in this Two of Cups connection. So let's ask about it. Why is the Two of Cups in reverse? Let's see why this Two of Cups is in reverse. The Fool in reverse, Page of Cups in reverse. I just feel like somebody's not ready to move on into a different situation. We also have Page of Swords that fell on the ground. So it feels like somebody decided on the fact that they don't want to move into a new romantic situation, because the Page of Swords here is upright. But these, you know, moving on sort of into a new emotional beginning cards are in reverse. The Fool also, I believe, is Pisces energy. So we have a lot of water sign energy coming through here. Water and Wands. Water and fire, fire and water. Tell me more about the Page of Swords, because I feel like even though it's like decided that something's not changing, it feels like there might be something with communication. Ooh, yeah, Four of Wands. If somebody's in a difficult marriage right now, I think they've made the choice to just deal with the issues with it and stick through it. With that Forgiver card, the Improviser, the Tamer. So tell me about the Tamer, because I feel like there is like a fire sign or some sort of wand energy here. We also, with that Two of Cups in reverse, there was a lion at the top, which is Leo energy, which would make sense with the fire, right? The Tamer, the lion tamer. Tell me about this Tamer energy. Ooh, the Tower. Ooh. Tell me more about the Tower. Two of Swords in reversed. I think that whoever's decision, if this connection does dissolve, I don't think it would be the decision of the listener or the person that you're listening for in this reading, whoever the Scorpio energy is. I don't think that it would be their decision. It would be the other person's decision to have a Tower moment, to uproot and end everything. Maybe perhaps that water sign. Any other messages I need to know about this before? Let's see. Anything else I need to know that I haven't touched upon yet? King of Cups. Okay, beautiful. So this is a matched pair. I do think that there is compatibility here. Maybe I just need to ask directly, like, why is somebody unhappy in this? Or why does it seem like there has to be... Cliffy, hush! Why does it seem like somebody's... I was saying, why does it seem like somebody's unhappy here? And we have the Hierophant in reverse. This is Taurus energy. This is kind of our first sort of earth sign that we're getting at all in this reading. And that can be a traditions and marriage card. Somebody might want to end the marriage. Who is this, or why is this? What's going on? Why is one person clearly in it and just dealing with things, and the other person seems like they've got their foot out the door? Even though this is a Four of Wands sort of marriage connection, and it seems like they're evenly matched as far as being both king and queen. Give me a little more details on like why it seems like somebody's got their foot out the door. King of Pentacles. Wow, we got more earth energy coming through here. Five of Pentacles. Even if they, on paper, are a matched pair, it just feels like somebody doesn't view them. So this, I got 5 more cards out, so this is the perspective of the other person I'm getting with this. So we're getting the perspective of why the other person feels like they need to end this. And so we have 9 of Pentacles, and we had that, okay. We have Queen of Cups in reverse, yeah, so it's the Queen. The King is happy with the connection. The Queen is the one who's not happy with it. Queen of Wands in reversed. Yeah, so all that conflict energy they've got in the beginning of the 5 of Wands and the 7 of Wands and the Ace of Wands in reversed, that's kind of her. She's like the fiery one in this situation. Yeah, that's definitely what's going on here. Because now we have the Ace of Wands for her showing up in the upright. So it's like she's got a desire to move into a new passion. Because she feels left out in the cold for some reason with this King of Cups. And she wants to have her happiness, and she wants to be grounded with this 9 of Pentacles. And she might even be looking for a King of Pentacles, because that came out, right? And then we have a 6 of Cups, and we have a 7 of Cups. So somebody does want to grow towards a new sort of emotional fulfillment with things. I think it's this feminine energy here. She wants to see, you know, potential other love interests, it feels like. Maybe she even wants to repair relationships of the past. Could be with her children, could be with past soulmates or romantic energies, but there's just an options energy here. And it feels like she just wants to reignite a passion either with old interests or, and I say that because of the Six of Cups. That's kind of a nostalgia card, a soulmate card, right? Seven of Cups being options. So she's just trying to find a new beginning, a new passion here. So even though he had the Fool come out in reverse and the Ace of Wands come out in reverse, she's coming through as the opposite with the Ace of Wands upright. She's wanting to move into something. She wants to be an empowered queen in her passion. Very interesting. Is there any final things that this feminine energy wants to say to this king, what this Queen of Cups in reverse is wanted to say to this King of Cups upright? Anything else she wants to say to him? Other than that Five of Pentacles, right? Anything else she wants to say to him? Maybe to help him understand the situation more? Three of Wands. Definitely just an energy of wanting to move on and find something else. So will she? I guess let's ask outcome. Will she do this? Will she just go find somebody else? Oh, this is a card that... Interesting. This is not... this must have just been in like the tarot deck. It's not even a tarot card. It just says, you are a badass being, full of life, love, and possibilities. Through this deck, may you find a path to your best self. I mean, very, very compatible here with that Three of Wands. So it does seem like the universe is supporting this feminine here about love and possibilities with that Seven of Cups, right? May you find a path to your best self. Let's see if there's any final oracle messages that want to come through here for this feminine energy. Maybe some sense of support or empowerment for her, if that's what she wants to do. Ooh, the manifester, the creator, and the worker. Wow. So the creator says, I love playing the wonder-filled game of life creatively. So whoever this person is a creator. They do want to create a new passion for themselves with that Ace of Wands. The worker, I enjoy getting in touch with who I am as an individual. Not afraid to work hard, not afraid to work towards whatever their dreams are. And the manifester, I'm manifesting what I see in my mind's eye. So yeah, get very clear about what it is that you want to create. And this feminine energy, wow, this is powerful with this intuition oracle, because remember in the other, when we were asking the masculine, the King of Cups at the beginning of this reading, he was trying, the tamer, he was trying to tame that swan, right? And now we have this oracle card for the manifester with this feminine energy, and she's, you know, next to the swan. So it's like he's trying to tame her, and she can't be tamed. She's this swan that can't be tamed. The worker, wow. I didn't look at the imagery on this card for the worker. Let me just show you how it says the worker. But this actually looks like death. And what's unique about this death card is that death is Scorpio energy, and this is a Scorpio reading. And then with the creator, yeah, back to that original sort of imagery we got in the beginning, which was in that sort of Zen garden. We've got a feminine here in the Zen garden. So somebody wants to create their life, and they're not afraid to work hard and manifest it. So she seems a lot more excited about a new beginning. He seems like he's holding on tightly to this. Maybe can we give him some advice actually before we leave, just to encourage him somehow, or to understand that she's kind of more on this path of, yeah, the Queen of Cups came out in reversed. He just has to accept that she's not feeling like she's a compatible thing with him, with him being a King of Cups. And Seven of Pentacles in reverse. She doesn't want to grow with him. I think that's kind of maybe what she needs to tell him, is like, I can't envision growing this with you. Is there any way that she can break this to him like a little bit nicer? Or like, is there any hope for him to find somebody else that's more compatible for him, so that he doesn't feel left alone in this process as she kind of decides to end the marriage, or, you know. Queen of Wands upright. Oh, wow. Eight of Swords in reverse. Five of Pentacles in reverse. What I'm getting is actually, if he sets her free, it empowers her to be her passionate self. And I'm getting that they're actually going to have a better connection. She's not going to feel so like out in the cold and misunderstood. And she won't feel restricted anymore. She won't feel trapped like he's trying to tame her, right? She'll feel free. And I think that'll actually help their relationship if he just says, okay, you know what? I set you free. I'm no longer trying to tame you. I'm no longer trying to control you. You go be free and you do what you want to do. So actually, I don't want to end it just yet. Let me just ask, is that all she needs, is just for him to set her free? and then their marriage can be fine and she can make it work with him if she knows that she's not trapped and she can be free. Is that all she needs? The Ten of Pentacles, it came out in reverse. I'm not going to lie. I want to try to force this and say, oh, you know, Ten of Pentacles upright, the happiness. But it did come out in the reverse. So let me get some clarity. Let me just get one more card for that Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Why can this happiness not work out even if he sets her free? She'll be happier and she'll feel less trapped, but somehow their relationship still won't work out. Why won't... Knight of Wands, the Hanged One in reverse. Hanged One is Pisces energy, which we got before with the Fool in reverse, which is what we had for that Scorpio energy. But the Knight of Wands, this is kind of like her in a sense. This is talking about her, and I'm getting clarification for this Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Is she just looking for like a lusty connection just to like hook up? Like, is she just feeling bored? What is this Knight of Wands energy? The Three of Wands kind of sideways. If she's trying to manifest something, she needs to get clearer on what that is. Why is the Three of Wands sideways? What is she trying to manifest? What does she need to... She wants to create, so what is it? Hierophant reversed. Yeah, I think her main focus is like, I don't think she works well in marriages. I don't think she likes being the sense of feeling trapped. That's sort of what it is with her. Because we had that Eight of Swords, right? That restriction. There's a restricting energy about a marriage for her, and she wants the freedom to be able to go off and do what she wants. I think that would be her Ten of Pentacles. Page of Cups. Yeah, that's confirmation. I think that's her emotional new beginning, is the freedom to do what she wants and go where she wants. Why is the Hanged One in reverse? Why is the Hanged One in reverse? Hanged One in reverse is because of the Eight of Swords upright. Yeah, she's not surrendering to a process. She's kind of fighting it the whole way. I think that's why there's the whole Tamer card, is that she is like a lion. She's like a fiery, even if she is a water sign, like she comes through as very fiery. Or maybe she is a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. But I'm getting at most, if there is a fire sign, it's probably a Leo. But yeah, Eight of Swords, she's restricted. She's not surrendering, because the surrender, so the Hanged Man upright is pause and surrender, and an enlightenment and awakening, and just being okay with being suspended and in a waiting period, and being okay with learning. And I said, why is it in reverse? And it's the Eight of Swords. It's that restriction card I was telling you about. So she's not okay with just surrendering to the process. She's fiery and she kind of likes to fight. Any final advice for either one of them? Anything to end on? Any final advice? Two of Wands. Okay. She's not moving anywhere, though, is the thing. She needs to decide if she's moving somewhere. She's got her phone in her hand. She's looking around, the potential of going somewhere else. And it just feels like the advice for one of them is like, he needs to let her go. I feel like he needs to let her go so she can decide if she wants to go. If and where she wants to go and what she wants to create. And maybe the freedom, just knowing she has that freedom, will help her to surrender this process a little bit, because maybe she'll decide that she doesn't want to go anywhere. But she's going to continue to feel trapped if she doesn't have the freedom to be able to move wherever she'd like. So hopefully that worked and resonated for somebody. Hit like and subscribe if you have not already. It really greatly helps the channel and gets the messages out there for people who need to hear them. And as always, we will see you next time.